Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyra and I am a new grad nurse working on the mother baby unit. And in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys why I chose the mother baby unit and how I'm enjoying it so far, and just give you my updates and reaction to being on this unit as a new grad nurse. So to begin, let's talk about how I became a new grad nurse on the mother baby unit. So this was actually pretty unexpected. This was not what I was going for originally. I actually wanted to work in the NICU since probably the middle of nursing school. Well, once we did maternal newborn and pediatrics class, we got to do a clinical in the NICU, and I got to do a rotation there and be there twice. And I fell in love with the NICU. I didn't know anything about the NICU prior to. I just knew I wanted to work with kids and babies, but I didn't really know a lot about the NICU before doing the clinical experience. So that's initially where I wanted to go. I applied to a lot of NICU positions, but did not get any of them, unfortunately. It seemed like NICU was full of nurse externs and patient care techs who had already been working on the floors. So they probably got first come, first serve positions for that role. And I was not one of those, unfortunately, but I still was keeping hope alive. I still kept trying. I applied to every NICU around and not around me just to see if I could get one. And then I also did apply to some other positions because I wanted to make sure that I had a job coming out of nursing school. So I did get a position for a step down in IMCU, like an intermediate care. I did a lot of research on that position, and a lot of people do not like step down units because you get med-surg ratios with more critical patients. So once they come from the ICU, they can go to step down and they can actually be discharged from step down. So I was gonna take the job and do it, and I accepted it, but I was just like, I don't know if this is really for me. I don't know if I wanna do this for real. I've always wanted to work with kids or babies in some sort. So I was just really nervous. But I ended up getting an email, like my school email, and they sent out a information flyer about a hiring event at one of the hospitals in the area, and they had sign-on bonuses on there, and I was like, that looks like my cup of tea. And on the flyer, it made it seem like it was mostly just med-surg positions, ICU positions, things like that. So I was like, I'm already gonna be in a step down, but this place is offering bonuses, so maybe I should just take a job there if I can get a job there. But the date of that hiring event was actually on a day that I had to work and do tutoring. And so I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this. But I told myself, okay, just go to the location, do the tutoring there. If you get done with the tutoring session early, just go in and just go meet them. Just go see what it is. I had no intentions of seeing women's services managers there because on the flyer, it just seemed like it was med-surg type stuff. But when I got a break from tutoring, I went inside. I still kept just thinking it was going to be any type of position like med-surg. When I got in there, they had like all these different tables, like the tall tables that you can stand up to and eat like finger foods. So they had finger foods, and they had these tables of everyone, all the managers standing at the table. So they had like med tele, they had the surgical table, they had the ICU table, and then they had women's services in the back right corner. When I saw women's services, y'all, I was lit up. I was so excited. I went back there immediately. I started talking to them. I was like, your girl is getting a job today. So I talked to them. I had my resumes. I had like 4 resumes in a folder. There was only 2 of them there, I believe. So I gave each of them my resume and I talked to them. And my resume has a lot of kids stuff on there. Like I worked at my daughter's preschool in the infants classroom, and then I worked at the kids club. So I tailored my resume to talk a lot about the younger population, and they could see that I've worked with kids and I've worked with babies, and that's what I like to do. So I just talked really eloquently. I smiled a lot, y'all. This smile gets a lot. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all need to learn how to smile. Be nice to people. Be nice to people. Put on a smile. So many people have told me all the time, I love your smile. You're always so smiley. You look so friendly, things like that. Y'all put on this smile on your face. And that's what I did. I spoke, like I said, I spoke very clearly, eloquently, told them about my resume, my experience, and why I really want to work in women's services. I told them I really wanted NICU, but they did not have a NICU new grad nurse program because their NICU is a little bit smaller. So I can't go directly into NICU there as a new grad. But she said if I want to go after a year, I could. But they told me about L&D and mother baby and that they have positions open on both. I knew I did not want to do L&D because the fluids it's too much for me. I don't want to check no one's cervix. I don't want to be sticking my hand up nobody's hoo-ha. I just want to take care of all the babies when the babies come out and take care of the mamas when they're done with that process. So I told them I was interested in mother baby. And to be honest, y'all, when I said I was interested in mother baby, I was interested, but at the same time, I kind of was not because of my clinical experience. My clinical experience was very much slow paced, giving out a Tylenol, giving out an ibuprofen. It just felt so slow. But I was like, okay, we're going to do mother baby. We're going to say we want to do mother baby because I don't want to do med surg. I don't want to do step down. I want to do something with babies. So I said mother baby. They took me on a tour of the hospital and of the unit, and they came down and she basically said, do you want to work here? And I was like, yeah. She's like, so do you want a job? I'm like, yeah, I want the job. She's like, well, you've got the job. And that's how I got the job. I basically just went in there, did my thing, and got the job. I got the job on the spot within 20 minutes of talking to these people, like 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm so grateful to God that he told me, like, he kept telling me, like, go to this hiring event, go to this hiring event, go to this hiring event. And I could have not checked my email. I could have deleted that email, but I kept actually going back to that email to look at the date, look at the time, see if it was going to work, see if it made sense. And it made sense and it worked out, and it was all God for me getting this mother baby position, which is a specialty, y'all. Mother baby is a specialty. So the fact that I'm coming out of nursing school in a specialty with specialty pay, y'all, that is a blessing. I'm so excited. Now that you guys know how I got the job, let's talk about how I like it so far. And do I like it? Do I hate it? Do I wish I went with something else or stuck to the other position I went to? Short answer is I love my job and I do not want to work anywhere else. Anywhere else. I love my job so much. I'm still interested in NICU in the future. She said after a year of mother baby, or maybe after some time I could go over there. But I love mother baby so far. I really genuinely love this job so much. Like I was mentioning before, during clinical rotation, it felt so slow. It felt monotonous, slow, like we weren't doing nothing. We were just giving Tylenol and ibuprofen. Now that I'm on the floor, it does not feel like that at all. This job is busy, y'all. This job has a lot of components, and you have to remember, we are taking care of people's babies. When these babies come out, these moms are trusting us to catch things that they don't know about. They are trusting us to pay attention to their baby's breathing, pay attention to how they're moving, how they're feeding, helping with breastfeeding. There's so many things that we have to do on this unit that I did not get to see in clinical. So I know people say it's a soft nursing job. In a way it is, because of the fact that we are not doing as much intense skills. Like we're mostly taking out the IVs, we're taking out the Foleys, we're mostly discontinuing a lot of the care to help them be discharged to go home. But it's very busy. It's very busy. With mom, we're making sure mom is not bleeding out. We're making sure her vitals are good. We're making sure her labs are stable. She just lost a lot of fluids and a lot of blood. We need to make sure that she's stable. We need to make sure that she's not developing blood clots in her thighs. For baby, we have to make sure they're breathing well. We have to make sure they're feeding well. We have to help mom and baby with breastfeeding. So as a mother baby nurse, we are doing a whole lot. We're monitoring temperatures. Temperature is so important for baby and mom for infection risk. So whenever temperatures are high, we're doing sepsis workups. I'm taking CBCs from baby's foot. I'm doing 24 hours tests with baby. I'm looking at baby to make sure they're not turning yellow and not jaundice. It's a lot, y'all. Being a mother baby nurse is very, very busy. Very, very busy. A lot of the stuff is repetitive, which I honestly like for my type of personality. I used to think I liked adventure, but honestly, I really don't. I'm chilling right here. I mentioned this in my vlog too. I'm chilling here. I like peace. I like peace. I like helping moms transition with their baby into one of the happiest times in their life. I'm very happy to be snuggling on babies. I'm just very happy here. It feels so good to be able to go to work and not feel like so stressed and anxious about what's going to happen. I know for the most part that most of my moms will be healthy, but some of them will have a few things going on. If a mom has a high blood pressure reading, I got to recheck that thing in 15 minutes. If it's still high, I got to call the doctor. It's a lot. And then the charting is a lot as well. Labor and delivery and mother baby are very litigious. I don't know if that's how you say the word. Litigious, something like that. But basically, labor and delivery and mother baby units are known for being in the courtroom the most among a lot of the specialties because of the fact that we are taking care of people's babies. Moms don't play about their babies. So when it comes to charting, I can't just chart any nilly willy dilly. I gotta chart what I did, and I gotta chart correctly, because if anything happens, it can go to court, you know what I mean? So our charting is literally a legal document. We have to treat it as a legal document because you never know what could happen. You have to take charting very seriously. So if you did clinical and you thought mother baby was kind of boring, but you kind of liked it, I really advise you to just remember that when you're only taking care of, say, one baby, one mom during clinical, when you get to the floor, I'm taking care of 3 moms and 3 babies. So we call it a couplet. A mom and a baby is a couplet. We can take care of 3 couplets. Sometimes I even get a gynecology patient who's post-hysterectomy or post something, you know what I mean? But it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Mother baby is way more than what I thought it was, but it's so rewarding and so fun. I can't say it enough. It is so rewarding, so fun, and I love my job. That's all I can say. I love my job, and I'm so grateful to God to be in this position, to not have gotten NICU, but have gotten mother baby and gotten a sign-on bonus, a hefty sign-on bonus, all because I listened to the man above, went to that hiring event. So yeah, that's how I got my job in the mother baby unit, and that's my update on how I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna do another update probably like 6 months post. I'm still gonna be vlogging as well, so you guys are gonna be hearing about how it's going as well and seeing some of the experiences I have, but I'll probably do an update later and maybe even a Q&A as well if you guys are interested in hearing more about mother baby unit, because I love it and I think everyone should do it if they want to do it. Don't feel pressured to go straight into med tele if you don't want to go into med tele. You don't got to go into ortho med surg if you don't want to go into ortho med surg. I thank all the nurses who do wonderful work on these floors, because some of them do love it, but me, I didn't love it. I didn't even really like it at all. But right now, I like where I'm at, so that's where I'm gonna stay. But that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.